Hello, hello! What is up, fellow geeks? Super Geek Girl here, coming to you live as always from Studio SGG in the heart of Studiopolis Zone. Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday and happy Gay Lawyer Sunday, one and all. Who's ready for some investigations? We don't have a whole lot of time today, so I started a little bit early and we're probably just gonna jump right into it. But first off, hello, Sleepy. Hello, Gabe. Hello, Myers. Hello, gentle manga enjoyer. Welcome, welcome. So glad you guys are here today. Yes, in case you guys haven't, for those of you who are not aware, I am starting rehearsals tonight, in fact, for a stage production that I can't talk about yet, but we'll hopefully be able to talk about soon. Rehearsals start tonight, like at 5 o'clock. So I started a touch early to try and get as much gay lawyer in as we could before that time. So the plan is we're just gonna dive right in. We're gonna go until 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is gonna be hard stop. Because I need time to get ready and actually make it to the theater. So, we'll try to get through as much as we can. If we're in the middle of a performance, if we're in the middle of a dialogue or something, middle of investigation, it's just hard stop. Hard stop, and we'll just have to, remember where we were last time. Hey, Bushmaster, welcome, welcome! Is there any way we can see your performance when the day comes? I will let you know at a later date. I don't have info on that at the moment, but once I do, I will let you know. That's all I can say. I would love to be able to share at least some of the performance with y'all, but like I said, I will probably have more information on that as we get closer to showtime. But yes, I would love to be able to do that. Anyway, so, with that being said, I've kind of a short introduction, but we don't have a whole lot of time today, unfortunately. So, if it's cool with you guys, let's go ahead and jump right into some gay lawyers. Oh, that's still on from Thursday. That doesn't need to be there. That's still on from the other day. That doesn't need to be there. Ignore the stuff on my screen. It's okay. All right, let's do this. Hopefully, are we working? Oh no, please, no scuff now. Okay, phew. It was just being persnickety. This may be a supersonic Saturday since it's just a short stream. No, it may not be. Like I said, we're just kind of getting an early start to it. So hopefully it won't be a supersonic Saturday. But last time we were in a pretty dire circumstance. Our beloved great thief in training, Kay Faraday, suffers from amnesia. She took a massive tumble off of a 50-story some-odd building. And not only has she been lost her memory, she is now being accused of murder. Miles, who refused to believe that Kay was guilty of the murder, in a shocking turn of events, turned in his prosecutor badge. He is no longer a prosecutor. So, how are we going to solve this case, you may ask? Well, we're gonna find out right now. So, let's go ahead and dive back in to a Turnabout Forsaken. She is lucky to be alive. Hello, Gundam. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, start the clock. Here we go. April 5th, 5:58 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Okay, so he just ran straight back to his office. I mean, that'd be the logical place to go. Kay! She's not here either. Where are you? Oh. Hey, Eddie! Hey, knockity knock knock, special visitor. Fender! Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy?
You wouldn't earn yourself too many admirers looking like that. What are you doing here? Has something happened? Has something happened, he asks. I'll say. It's been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber? I'd call that a happening, all right.
Oh, wow. So they've already... So, you mean they have already, like, gotten the news out and everything? Damn. Committee works really fast. That is highly concerning.
And what with your hearing being today, I thought... Well, I couldn't help wondering if you were involved.
They're reporting on all the news already?
Heck yeah! A dead lawyer, a young woman on the run, they are lapping it up.
Hello, Lisa Dragon, and welcome. Hello, Zelda NPC. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. What year is this game set in? 2010s, I think. Citation needed. I'll have to double check on that, but it's sometime in the 2010s. I think.
It's crazy stuff. But compelling, too, I gotta admit. So, you gonna give me the lowdown or what? Well, actually... Whoa! Maybe warn a guy before blowing his mind next time? Things are even crazier than I thought! This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere. All alone, without her memory. Not to mention being the suspect in a murder. That definitely doesn't make things any easier. But where the heck could she have gone to? You're sure she doesn't remember Zip? I thought she might have come here, but... No luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Sounds like she thinks she's done you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up on your doorstep. You think I don't know that? But I'm out of places to look. Hey, take a chill, pill compadre. This isn't like you. You're wound up tighter than the clockwork monkey. Which ain't a bad thing, necessarily. After all, it's got even you running from pillar to post looking to save an innocent from jail.
You're really gonna try and turn this? You're really gonna try and turn this, Eddie? You're really gonna try and put your defense attorney thing now of all times? Yeah, he is. He absolutely is. Bro, now is not the time!
Acting like the attorney I know you were born to be.
Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier, but that doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney.
However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while.
And she would never harm a fly, let alone another person.
Whew, blow my mind twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but... that is quite the bond that's sprung up between the two of you.
Dadworth. I don't know, there's a lot of people who consider, like, in the fandom, there's a lot of people who consider Edgeworth to be like a surrogate father to Kay. I don't know if I would go that far. I don't know if I would go that far as to call Edgeworth like a surrogate father to Kay. More than anything, Big Brother, absolutely. It's just, the age range is like too close, because Miles is in his like late 20s and Kay is in her teens. There's only like, I think there's only like 9 years of difference between them. That's a little small for a father-daughter gap to me, but I don't know. If you prefer to think of it as a father figure, that's totally fine. For me, I see Miles as more of like a big brother to Kay. There's no denying that he cares about her, though, which, again, is lovely to see. He'd be really bad at... Oh, boy. I would talk about my Dadworth headcanons, but we ain't got time for that today. That's gonna be a whole other can of worms that we'll have to dive into at when I'm not pressed for time and have time to fully gush about Edgeworth. Hello, Stumpy. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in.
It's enough to give me and your old man's a run for its money, even.
Yeah, okay, well, we all knew this was gonna happen. We all knew this was gonna happen. Let's just get it out of the way now.
It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs. You can say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You two make a great team.
There's Tsundere! Sunworth has appeared! You'll love to see it!
Can't say I'm not a little jealous. Seeing as my partner in crime's no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Connections like that don't grow on trees. I should know. Alright, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the street shouting her name. So, why not go back to the source? Look into how she lost her memory in the first place. It just might turn up some clues that'll help narrow things down.
That's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building.
Then that's where we're headed. Next up, the big time. And maybe you can give your face the good news on the way.
I don't even know. What is that even supposed to mean, Eddie?
Kay won't come crawling back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that.
Actually, that scowl might be the most familiar thing she sees. She may come running back.
Very funny. Fender is truly a force of nature all on his own.
Alright, so off we go. Whoa! Hey! The place looks pretty nice lit up at night. This is alright. This is actually kind of pretty. April 5th, 6:42 p.m. Big building viewing platform.
The sun sure set quickly. Not even a murder on the premises can make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If anything, after all this, it could be a draw. The big building murder mystery experience. I mean, this seems like the kind of place that would cash in on a tragedy like that, right?
There's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we got the whole place to ourselves. The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory. Hey! Earth to Miles! We got sleuthing to do! This rooftop paradise is all ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright? Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do.
Alright, here it goes. Big building viewing platform investigation start. Alright. So, first things first, let's talk to Florence and Dr. Hertz. I noticed from SGG on Discord that between the Gojo from Dress Up Darling or Jujutsu Kaisen... sorry? I'm not sure I understand the comment. Sorry. Oh, there we go. You weren't finished. My bad. I prefer Jujutsu over Dress Up Darling. Fair. That's totally fair. Hello, Innocent. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. There we go. How long has it been? I probably can stay in the box a little bit longer.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again.
What are you two doing up here?
Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in even more hot water?
You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine.
Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired?
As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs.
If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh. Did something happen? Maybe I can help? How about an injection?
No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay.
Were I a crasser person, there's a joke there just itching to be made.
Yeah, it did get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. All right then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again
soon. So did that do anything? Other than, I guess, free up this.
It looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the big building. But at the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. What am I standing here for? The Seal Samurai isn't on today!
Were you really... Were you really standing in front of a TV hoping that the Seal Samurai would just magically come on? Edgeworth,
You're too slow!
You absolute goober. I love you so much. Dork. Oh, God. Alright. Cotton candy. Stand owner. Oh, the stand owner isn't anybody? Nobody owns this stand? Nobody that we know? You couldn't find another familiar face to stick in, huh?
Hey, you! Yeah, you! How about some delicious Parting Clouds cotton candy to brighten your day? Parting Clouds? Is it named for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here? Our gimmick is, we take a normal serving of cotton candy, and we split it in half. Part it, if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank.
That's not how cotton candy works.
I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely.
Okay, so nothing here. I was hoping that we could... I was hoping we would get a little more than that than we did. How about these binoculars? Oh my god, they're so finicky, these binoculars. There.
You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay would have absolutely been all over this. The Kay I know, anyway. But for now, I'd better focus my powers of observation on this rooftop.
Aww. See, somebody mentioned earlier that, like, oh, Edgeworth doesn't care about Kay or her hobbies or her interests. Edgeworth cares! He cares super much. He's just really bad at showing it because he's a world-class tsundere. And believe me, I should know. Alright, let's check this out. Check out this cool lighting display.
Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Isn't that a horn on its forehead?
Objection!
So, it's a unicorn? No, that can't be right either. Unicorns don't have wings.
Why are we arguing about this? I mean, he's not wrong, but...
What's this? There's a little plaque there at the bottom showing the name of this piece. Contradictions.
Damn it.
Well, that'll teach me to bother engaging with such things.
Oh my god. This game is so dumb, I love it. Man, we're investigating pretty much everything, but I can't find out any... There's a whole lot of nothing up on this rooftop. Maybe Eddie's got something for us.
So, how did Kay lose her memory? You think there was something she wanted to forget? Maybe some particularly choice words from Miles the Insult Comic? Of course not! I wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she'd want to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on occasion.
Oh, leave Gummy alone!
Poor guy. I don't envy him one bit.
Okay, so I think really the only thing to check out is the tree.
It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell.
Okay. So she was standing by the tree. Anything else? Oh, the railing.
So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here. The railing is chest high. You'd have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough too.
Okay, now we're finally getting somewhere. Hello, Dr. Menace! Welcome, welcome! Thanks for tuning in! I think I've been in the box long enough. There we go. Freedom! Alright, so anything else? Can we check the doors? No. What? What? Huh? Who? Huh? Oh, that's where she was hiding! Why was she up there? Well, at least her panache for hiding hasn't gone... her panache for hiding hasn't gone away. That's good.
Hi.
Kay.
Don't mind me. I was just lying in wait.
That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say lying low.
Oh, yes, that.
I'm impressed that you were able to try that. I'm impressed that you were able to climb that tree with all those bandages, though. Maybe there's... Maybe RK is still in there somewhere. Maybe, after all.
Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of a supposed crime. Surely you understand that, even in your current state. On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you.
Are you mad at me?
Well, of course I am! What were you thinking coming back here? Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness?
No! I came to try and help you get your badge back.
What?
I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could...
There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the Kay I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry.
Oh, seriously, Miles? You're killing me here! You were making good guy points and then you went and blew it by blowing your top! Hey, good to see you, kiddo. Glad you're still safe. Come on, bring it in.
Okay.
No, ma'am. No.
Hey, that's the spirit! Not now, Fender! Yeesh! I was just trying to lighten the mood! Uh-oh. We've got a problem. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough seeing Kay like this.
Thank you very much for the duck. Quack, quack, quack.
Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She is considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down. Ooh, mama, they're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down, and fast. Indeed. It's only a matter of time before they find us. Alright, first things first. Kay, you're sticking with us from now on, capiche?
But I've caused you so much trouble already.
You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point.
Jesus, Miles, chill out! Miles, honey, I don't think that came across the way you meant for it to come across.
Mr. Retchworth?
So then it's settled. We're in this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles will be in charge of providing Kay innocent, proving Kay innocent. And I will, believe me. So, I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help. So, I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with his investigating. Okay, Kay?
Yes, of course.
Great. Now, we gotta move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before we're even started. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does.
I mean, at least he's honest about it.
Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down.
And... No, you know what that was? You know what that was? That was the freaking tuxedo mask meme. It's like,
well, my work here is done.
But you didn't do anything, Fender. And off he goes. Someone needs to redo that meme, but just stick like Miles and Eddie's faces on there. That'd be great.
Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I'll ever really know.
All right. So now that we have acquired 1K, let's see what she knows.
I hope I've been of help to you so far.
Alright, so let's question her. Let's start by what do you remember?
I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory.
How about we go over what you remember one more time?
Okay. I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain. And then I saw a person in a red raincoat. And then they pushed me.
Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry. I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there is one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer.
The moon?
Yeah, it's all very fuzzy, but it was in the exact same place it's in right now.
Wait, what? What? That doesn't... But wait, if they were approaching from the concession stand, how could they have possibly had the moon over their shoulder? That didn't work. Unless I am really, really bad with my spatial reasoning.
Floating up there, above the cherry blossoms.
So the moon was visible over the mystery figure's shoulder.
Okay, yeah, something's up here.
That's new information. I should keep that in mind.
Alright, other recollections. Let's see what else. I mean, yeah, the moon is in... Okay, yes, the moon is in the sky every day, obviously. But... When we last talked to Kay, she said that they approached from the concession stand, which is on the complete other opposite side of the viewing platform. If the moon was over here, and I feel like I need to be... You know what I wish I had right now? I wish I had that thing that football commentators have, the yellow pen that they use to like mark plays and stuff. Because if the moon was over here and then the concession stand is over there, then there's no way that they could have seen the moon over their shoulder if they were coming from this location. It's just the entire screen would just be covered in yellow at that point.
I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory.
There is? It could be the clue we need. Alright, just let it float to the top of your mind, and say whatever comes into your thoughts.
Alright. I'm seeing... It's very faint, but... I'm seeing a small restaurant? Just a counter and some seats. And there's this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup, not too thick, and it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. They're firm, but not too firm. And that's when a thought crossed my mind. I'm gonna order another bowl.
A captivating memory, but sadly one that has nothing to do with the case.
Okay, so she was having dinner up here. She was having dinner up here, I think is what we were supposed to gather from that.
You used to say you were the second great thief Yatagarasu, a noble outlaw, dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that?
Oh! I think you're right! I was a noble!
Not a noble, Kay. A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there.
Okay, so we now know that there's something different here. So let's hook something up here. Kay was pushed by a person in a red raincoat who would walk towards her from the concession stand. Kay remembers standing beneath the cherry tree. Kay saw the moon shining over the shoulder of the person in the red raincoat. It's in the same part of the sky tonight. So, what happens when you connect two pieces that don't make sense? Oh, never mind. I guess they do make sense. I guess I was wrong.
Thinking back over what Kay said. The person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over this person's shoulder. But when we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet Kay claims it's currently in the same spot in the sky as on the night of the incident. This throws the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have gotten confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over that railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did.
Okay, so she didn't go over the railing, but she did get seriously injured. Let's see what happens when we connect these two up.
You may have fallen, Kay, But it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale.
But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it?
Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole.
The ground could just open up like that? How?
My bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo.
Again, you still understand how things work, you still understand how things work even when you have amnesia. You don't just become a dum-dum. You don't just become a complete idiot. That's not how amnesia works.
No, I fussed about this last time. We're gonna gloss over it for now.
But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something.
Did I miss something? Oh, like this stupid, obvious trap door? Was that there before and I just totally missed it?
Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere.
Yeah, like right here.
What's this? Looks like a service hatch. Kay, do you think you might have fallen down here instead?
Nah, you'd never be as clumsy as that. I'm suddenly getting flashbacks to the first time we met Kay, where she totally fell down the hatch.
I'm sorry. I just can't say one way or the other.
My bad, kiddo. Just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know?
I don't? Never?
Well, maybe not never. If I told you to leap lyrically into my arms... Fender! Hey, chill, Malzerino! Where's she send some whimsy?
So, never then.
Ow! Talk about a deep cut.
Yeah, absolutely never. Absolutely never, ma'am.
The ground here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the tree is not in full bloom yet, the strong wind up here is blowing the petals right off. It would have been nice if they had thought to tidy up just a little, though.
Let's see. Anything else? Ah, yes, the time-honored tradition of pixel hunting. I don't know if I had found everything, they would have Am I missing something? Is there like this is the only two things that could do, right? Let's go back for now. Maybe there's something else we can check out. Oh, the TV has a updated thing. Uh-oh! 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 That's not good! That's not good! That's not good!
As you can see, they are still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct?
Oh, okay, so this is live broadcast.
That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all leaving. This is one serious investigation. Well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier. We'll have to find a way to slip past the press. Hey, I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Malzamino, but I'm no spy. Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me.
Okay. Deduce? Deduce what? I guess I'm supposed to deduce something here?
It's a trap!
It's a trap? What's a trap? Did I fall for something? Oh.
There's a contradiction here, hiding in plain sight.
Is there? Letter, top of the building. Wait. I meant to look at the pamphlet, but I guess I Eureka'd instead. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Question. How many floors does this building have? Easy. 50, right? Kinda ironic that it's a few feet above where the committee works its ugly little schemes. It's a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times.
But then, what's that dark space above the 50th floor?
The gloomy underbelly of love?
The gloomy underbelly of love. That is a title and a half, isn't it? I don't know why that got me, but what the... There's so many horrible images just came to mind at that. Watch your wording, Eddie, please, for my sake.
Wait a minute. Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be located one floor below that, clearly contradicting the supposed facts.
Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake.
Somehow, I don't think so. Call me crazy, but... yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor.
A hidden floor, huh? Is this like one of those things where you you don't have a 13th floor because it's like bad juju or something like that?
Wow. And that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love?
My heart!
You're going to literally gay.
Good. Then perhaps we can take this more seriously instead. Hey, come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done. It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes.
Okay, so now then. I think we can figure it out now. Down the hatch, 51st floor. Seems to be the only logical explanation.
How has a whole floor between the 50th and the viewing platform remained undetected all this time? You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. That's precisely it. Things like stairs that are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people, seems a bit implausible. Which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor, and can't be reached by ordinary means.
Then we'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right?
I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for, unconventional? Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps? Oh, a secret room! Now you're talking my language!
Let's go take a look.
Alright, there we go. What is this place?
Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom?
Whatever it is, I think we can safely say that this is where you fell. Hey, go team! Strike one mystery off the list! Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoated figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things. Hey, can a guy bask in his success for a second? So we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch on down there and check it out. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here. It can't hurt to take a look.
All right, investigate.
Objection!
What? It's Emma!
Oh, I was so scared for a second. I thought it was Cavell. I thought it was Cavell, but no,
It's other best girl. Other best girl has arrived. Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Emma, what are you doing here?
I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on. Valley Girl Emma is back! Valley Girl Emma is back! Let's go!
This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student, currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of a former superior of mine. We have also stood in court together.
The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off in the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and...
Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already?
Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do any schoolwork or anything, just some interpreting.
Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting about a crime scene?
Oh, it's like totally fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language, after all.
That's not an actual language, Emma.
Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she?
Aw, shucks. And that sweet K-Meister? Your old friend's worried about you.
Oh, yes.
Who's this guy? Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way around, I'll have you know. Eddie Fender, attorney at law and senior partner at Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices.
Edgeworth?
No.
No, why are we saying no? Emma's great. Edgeworth? So you are his assistant? Wait, attorney? Since when were you a defense attorney?
I'm not... To say it's complicated is an understatement. Hey, let's not sweat the details, yeah? First things first.
But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Really?
It's like I'm not even here.
What is this? Some kind of a weird experiment?
Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there.
I agree. The police could be here any minute.
And who's this?
I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go.
Oh, alright. But you had better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro... attorney?
Trust me, I'll explain that too. Okie-dokie-doo! Down the hatch we go!
To be continued! I don't remember any... I know that Emma showed up briefly in investigations, but did she and Kay have, like, any meaningful interactions? I don't recall. But it is sweet that Emma's worried about her. I like that. It's time for some forensics, that's right. And we've got a little bit more time, so let's go ahead and keep going. Investigating the storeroom. Let's just jump right into it. April 5th, 7:06 p.m. Question mark, 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 question mark. You guys get the idea.
It's as dark as a grave down here. Can't see the nose in front of my roguishly handsome face. Watch your step, Emma.
Ow! I hit my head on something!
Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip.
Oh, yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
There's gotta be a light switch here somewhere. Aha! Bingo!
Ow! Warn me when you do that, please. What is with all the prices? Is this a... What is this? Is this like an auction house?
This is... So the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. We'll need to take a careful look over all these items.
Okay, big building pamphlet data updated. Black market? Oh! The smugglers! The smuggling ring! You think this could be tied into the smuggling ring? I mean... Yeah! I totally see that! Good catch, dude! Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. You promised me an explanation, or 3.
I did indeed. Where to even start?
Also, I did totally notice the horrible suitcases back. I saw that the suitcase... Look, there it is! There it is! There's the bad suitcase. And down here, you can see the masks from Turnabout Samurai and all these here. I think that's... wasn't that from the last one? There's the Iron Infant. There's... I think the Minotaur was on the plane one. And was the big statue in the game? Was this the thing that was being transported on the plane? I don't remember, actually. I think a lot of this is just memorabilia from the first game. Like, what the hell's going on here? Wow. A lot's been happening, huh? What a case.
It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma.
Seems you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney.
I'm not an attorney. Or a prosecutor anymore.
Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me.
Well, if you're sure.
Are you kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make this all official. Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you, Miss Sky.
Yeah! New Weird Girl acquired! Weird Girl has been acquired! Let's go!
And then there were 4. Right, everyone, let's get to work.
I want to know where that elevator goes. Let's go! Thank you, NSM!
It looks like it goes... down? It's something we'll certainly want to investigate further. But we should look around up here first. Aye, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy.
I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. I'll let you know if anything comes to mind.
Thank you, Kay. Emma?
Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth!
Very well. Then let's begin.
51st floor storeroom, go! Oh, I am gonna enjoy this. I hope that we're able to, do a... what's going on? Hopefully, I'm tripping over my words. I'm so excited. I'm excited to have my Emma back. I miss my Emma. I'm hoping we'll be able to get a good bit of investigating done before I have to leave. But let's see how far we get. Actually making pretty good time right now. 51st floor room, go! Let's start with this. It's kind of creepy. All these masks line up here in the dark.
Not a fan of horror movies, I take it.
No way! That stuff is, like, so unscientific.
I think you mispronounced terrifying.
Aww! Does Edgeworth also not like horror movies? I love that. All this lore, all this Edgeworth lore we're getting is so good! Alright, scour the scene for anything. Well, obviously there's a missing mask here, but let's see what we've got here. I mean, we've already got it. We gotta check this out. We gotta check this out, right? We have to start here.
It's the Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai.
The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. I am Team Steel, like, all the way.
You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma.
Yeah! Steel Samurai fans unite! Let's go! Shall we trigger some old bag flashbacks with this?
She's the only heroine the Steel Samurai series needs.
You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess.
You watch shows like that, Emma?
Of course! You love them too, right?
Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but, sure.
Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought...
I can't believe even Emma's seen it!
You have it on display! It's pride of place on your mantle, you dingus! Of course everyone knows you're a Steel Samurai fan! You're the worst closeted fan ever! Oh my god. Oh gosh, I hope nobody finds out that I'm a Steel Samurai fan as I put my $400 first four-figure Steel Samurai figurine on display. Gee, I hope no one finds out. Dumbass. I love him so much. Alright, let's see. Let's see what else. We're just gonna be nerding up. We're just gonna be nerding out about freaking Steel. We're just gonna be nerding out about freaking Steel Samurai this entire time, aren't we? Oh, maybe not. Hang on.
These are all case files from various murders.
What? But why would they be in here?
They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or the prosecutor's office, which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more.
A secret storeroom full of case files that just happens to be right above the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? Yeah, no, there is some shit going down here that I am not a fan of. Alright. That mask! That's Global oh god, I'm gonna butcher this name. Hang on a minute. That's Global Hero Onyakopon!
And why is that so shocking?
You really don't know? Everything about the show is secret. When it's on TV, who makes it, so the merchandise is like super rare.
It sounds to me like whoever made it may have simply gone out of business.
Maybe. Oh my god. Just all this Sentai nonsense is just I love Emma and Edgeworth nerding the fuck out over Super Sentai shit like this. This is so good. This is so good for me. I love it. I love these two dorks so much. That's Captain Saipon. He's like super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it.
I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself.
No, what are you talking about? That flower's dope. What TV show are these from?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes.
My Hero Academia! Are we getting MHA up in this now? So, their masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? And maybe the number of eye slits tells you their student ID number. Okay, so the one on the left would be number 1, and right is number 2.
I suppose that could be it, yes.
And that would mean a ton of slits for the kids with the highest ID numbers.
I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now.
Okay. Emma and Edgeworth are gonna go watch My Hero Academia, confirmed. I know it's not MHA, but come on. Kids with superpowers. He would dig it. He would totally dig it. He would totally dig it. I should have probably just started with the empty space, huh?
There's a selection of masks arranged on the racks here. There's even a seal samurai. And what an impressively authentic likeness it is, too.
The scientist in me is sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know?
In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here.
Yeah, just an empty hook right in the middle.
Is somebody using that one, perhaps?
Okay, I don't think we have anything to deduce. So I think that's all of them? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, looks like that's all of it. Alright. Okay, come on. I love the nerding out. The nerding out was very good.
These are...
Yeah, no. This is all totally stuff from the previous game.
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. What are they doing here?
Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into?
Can't be. Evidence like this is stored in the police department.
They don't keep stuff at the prosecutor's office, too?
When a case is ongoing, yes. But once the last trial is finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct. Unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere.
And yet, here it all is.
There's no point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers printed on them.
Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all pieces of evidence, right?
Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written and by the items themselves, I'd guess these are prices.
Prices? The evidence all has price tags attached. High price tags. Okay, so what? They're selling Edgeworth's evidence? They're selling it off? I mean, yeah, this absolutely reeks of smuggling ring, but why this? Why so specifically this stuff? All right. This is getting interesting. This is getting weird and interesting. I'm down for this.
Prices?
I would have never guessed that.
Wait, but none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it?
The prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised. I must examine all of these in detail.
Alright, let's start with the Iron Infant.
Oh, that's a cute little doll. It looks kind of like the Steel Samurai.
It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put him through. More than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless. A certain tragic refinement.
Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! Are you even listening to me?
Of course.
Every time Edgeworth is just a stupid little fanboy, I fall more and more in love with him. Fucking waxing poetic about the Iron Infant while Emma's just like,
Hello, Earth to Edgeworth!
oh my god. It's so good, y'all. It's so good.
Aw, isn't he a cutie? Look at this fluffy little guy.
That's the stuffed animal we found at Gourd Lake.
Oh, that was from this game. Okay, never mind.
He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. So how did he wind up here?
Oh, but look! He's missing his left horn!
He is. But he never had it in the first place. At least, not as far as we ever saw.
Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer. I demand a recall.
Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with?
That did strike me as odd, but I didn't really... There was so much else going on, I didn't really think much of it at the time. So, this storeroom is actually more of a stock room?
It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases?
They're called true crime fangirlies. They are a dangerous breed to contend with. And who to? Who even want to pay for all this stuff? I told you, true crime fangirlies. all those people who put on true crime podcasts, they'd pay out the nose for stuff like this.
Somebody, clearly. The price tags are proof of that.
Wow, people really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating. Okay, then how about that? Oh, that's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. But it still has one of those signs in front of it.
Indeed. And look, there's an outline in dust on top of the cloth.
That is not dust! No way that is dust! That is an indentation!
I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently. Won't you?
You know what? I think you might be right. But, I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what.
Well, I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline. Don't we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected?
Do we? Do we have a star? Oh! The candelabra!
The outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from.
Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case?
It certainly seems likely. But that's not our concern right now.
I don't know, I think that's very concerning. I feel like that's a big concern, but sure, go off.
The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from this storeroom.
I can see this particular piece of evidence backfiring on us. If it's proven that Kay fell down here, and the candelabrum came from here, that's not going to help our case any. That may not be a necessarily good thing that we've discovered. Hello, Phantom Havoc, welcome. Welcome back from vacation. I hope you had a good trip. Oh, I remember these.
Ugh, flashbacks to Cursius friggin' Alba. A bottle of ink and a lantern. Both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine.
But why? What's all this stuff relating to you doing here?
It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time. The duration of the case, and no longer. Perhaps this is all nothing but a coincidence.
Seriously? A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth.
We must always face up to the facts of the situation, however strange they may be.
When you've removed every other possibility, whatever remains, no matter how strange it is, must be the truth. Or something to that extent. I can never remember what the actual quote is, and I know that Zach will fuss at me if I get it wrong again, so...
Isn't that what scientists believe too?
Oh, you want to talk about what scientists believe? Well, settle in. This may take a while. Edgeworth is gonna get a big ol' talking to. Our boy's in for a raucous debate after all this.
It's a small bottle, one I've seen before.
Oh, that's all? Like, nothing else to add?
Well, no. What more did you want me to say?
Hold up. I gotta write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations.
Next time, try taking those kind of notes in silence!
Okay, anything else here? Mannequin?
A mannequin, huh? Wait! I know! All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course! It's evidence from an old case of yours, right?
Did we have a mannequin?
Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. Doesn't seem to fit with the other items in this room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here?
One of these is not like the other. Alright, is that everything? Ink, perfume, Okay, looks like that's all of it. Well, let's keep looking around.
A bunch of trophies and... Oh, look! Someone's left the walkie-talkie here!
It looks to me like it was put there deliberately. Rather like it's on display, to be honest.
Hey, there are batteries in here too. Could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station afterward.
Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief.
No, but the walkie-talkie seems like that would be useful, though.
Okay, scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of, wooden icebox. Yeah, the chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping.
I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess you could look at it that way, too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right?
Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see.
Okay. Emma, come on, you can't be that silly. You're supposed to be the sciencey smart one. You can't be being silly like that.
Whoa, that is like one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belonged to.
There are 4 male figures acting as legs holding up the tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy.
Okay, no. Edgeworth saying cringe caught me off guard. I don't know why, but Edgeworth saying cringe just caught me really off guard for some reason. And the follow-up's good too.
And it doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around.
Cringe. Yeah, I love it. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I guess it's just like the guy I would least expect to say cringe. Speaking of cringe, mods, can you do your thing, please?
Is this from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No. I can't think of anyone related to
Wait a minute! Whoa! Wasn't this Red White's desk? I'm like calling back to Ace Attorney. Didn't Red White have a stupid ass desk like this? Yeah. I think it is. Somebody filched his desk. Man, I guess not even a multi-millionaire like Red White is safe from whoever's stealing all this evidence. Well, I guess he went to jail, so I guess most of his possessions were like first come, first serve. I don't know.
At least, I don't think there was.
Yeah, no, I gotta double check. Because I'm pretty sure that was, I'm pretty sure that's Red White's desk. I'm pretty sure that was Red White's desk.
Piles of banknotes, just left out for all to see. A bit tasteless, wouldn't you say?
No way! These are all $100 bills! That's a fortune right there! How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, please, Emma. I don't even want to think about it.
Why not? Wait, that's a... Anyway. Ugh! What is that giant head thing?
It's the head of the great
He still got the name wrong! He still can't say the name right! Oh, damn it! I love you, Edgeworth! I love you so much! You still don't know the stupid thing's name! Oh, I fall more and more in love with this man every chance I get. Damn it! Why is he like this?
It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. I remember the case well.
Oh, trust me. We all remember the case. We all remember that case. We all remember your unnecessary feelings! That is still probably my favorite Ace Attorney moment ever. It was just the absolute shock of him saying that line. And I know I've said this before, like, the only thing that I knew about Ace Attorney going in was that people like to ship the blue lawyer with the red lawyer. And I'm just like, okay, well, yaoi fangirls just be like that, I guess. But no, the freaking...
Thanks to you, Thanks to you, I've gone through unnecessary feelings.
Or whatever's actually called, whatever the actual line was. I still remember my exact reaction was, what the hell, are they boyfriends? No, they are not playing it up. They are just like that. They are just like that. These bitches are so gay. Good for them. I'm so happy for them. Oh, God. When Miles and Phoenix finally do meet again in, yeah, okay, fine. Alright, you know, sorry. I'll shut up now. Thank you. I can't wait for them to see each other again in the Apologist trilogy, though. Anyway.
But how did they even get it up here?
Huh? Mrs. Monkey. Ah! Thank you for the ducks. Thank you. I really need to figure out how to... I need to figure out how to do that so that my model goes absolutely bonkers every time those ducks fly in. I need to... I need to figure out how to do that, because that's just going to make Duckpocalypse even more chaotic. We need to make it bigger. We need to make it bigger. Bigger and more chaotic. More ducks. All of them. I'll tool around with that, maybe. Yeah! Very enthusiastic Edgeworth noises! Yeah! See, you and me are on the same wavelength. You and me are on the same wavelength here. I love it. Huh? Mrs. Monkey? That doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremembered it somehow?
Don't be ridiculous! As if I would ever make such a mistake!
You did, though. You goober.
This statue.
What is it? You got some new data for me?
Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence. I believe it's called the Alfred statue. And there were two of them. A real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places.
An old case, huh? Guess you have worked on a bunch of different...
What was that noise?
Huh? What?! wanted this! Y'all wanted this! It's the grand return of Scottish Lotta Hart! It's the grand return! She's back! Oh, alright, let's see if I can still pull this voice off.
Gotcha! Caught in the act! Ned bloody-handed! Guilty of the tomcat covered in cream! Ah!
My eyes! Stop that at once!
There ain't no snapping nor snapping! Not till I've got every dang detail and then some! You think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot? Think again!
We're not criminals! Oh, Lotta! Lotta, baby girl! We missed you! Scotta Hart returns!
Oh yeah, sure. Pour the other one. It's got berries on. This camera's a weapon of justice. It ain't about to be hornswoggled by your cheap denials.
Oh, it's you.
Eh? You? Oh, you're that low-down, dirty, gentleman prosecutor, aren't ya?
Who are you calling a low-down, dirty jerk? This is Lotta Hart, a photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with.
Yes, Lotta's back! Scottish Lotta is back!
Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever seen one.
Seems I didn't leave the best of impressions on her either.
Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful all I want from me is a couple of pictures.
But we're just here to investigate.
Well, sure you are. If you mean investigate, you mean pour the wool over Lotta's mild-wide eyes.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me.
It didn't hurt to try, I guess. But we're probably better off leaving her alone for now.
Okay, no, but I don't want to leave her alone. I don't want to leave her alone. My girlie is back. My girlie's back. No, we're not just gonna leave her alone. We're not just gonna leave her alone. I want to talk to Lotta.
So, what you doing snooping around a fishy old place like this anyhow?
Oh, she admits that it's sus. She admits that it's sus. Interesting.
I think it's us who should be asking you that.
Me? I'm in for the truth, for the good of society. And for little old me, of course. I'm what you might call a photographer of the people. Snapping here, snapping there, snapping something every bloody where.
I'll just leave you to it then. We can talk once you've gotten it out of your system later.
Oh, we can't talk to her now. No! Oh, bummer. All right. Let's see. I probably need to talk to, I probably do need to talk to examine some other stuff first before I can talk to her.
You said the statue was a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right?
It's pretty weird looking, I've got to say.
It's known as the Alfred statue.
The what?
The Alfred statue.
But it said here that it's called the Ali Fred
Oh, no! Not again! Edgeworth! BB!
But it says here that it's called the Ali Fred statue. Ali Fred, Alfred, Ali Fred.
What are you muttering about?
Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we?
Okay, question. And this is just, does Edgeworth have, like, dyslexia or something, or something where he can't like remember names properly. I know dyslexia is a different thing, but like the fact that he keeps getting names like this mixed up and confused, I'm curious. I'm curious. Maybe he's got like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just funny that this keeps happening to him. All right, let's keep looking around. Bro's worse than the Word Girl's butcher. Word Girl. You know, I never watched Word Girl. That was a little after my time. All right, let's check out the elevator. Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plates, sturdy supports. At a rough estimate, I'd say it can hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth.
Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough.
You say that, but pack yourselves in tight enough, and I think you might just could do it.
I really don't think so. And anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. We can theorize about the elevator once we're done.
Maybe you're right. Okay, fine. 45, Mr. Edgeworths. 48 tops.
All right. Eddie, have you found anything?
Whew, boy. This whole experience is enough to boggle a guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms, damsels in distress. It's got the whole lot. Would you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender? Hey, I can try. No, but seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. Don't worry, she's safe with me. You go do your thing. It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you.
Okay, is there anything else? Anything that I'm missing? All right. All right, so she's still doing all that. Well, let's see if there's any logic we can put together. Lots of money, price tags. This seems correct. Can we raid Casey Mongolo after this stream? If he is still streaming by the time I get off, we will certainly try to.
We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags, along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that someone has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods.
Shady deals on a hidden 51st floor? This is big. It has to be, right?
I think it might be. But we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here.
If only there was an eyewitness we could interview.
An eyewitness, huh?
All right, now we can try talking to her, I reckon.
Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart?
Me? I told you! I'm in it for the truth! For the good of society! And for little old me, of course!
Oh, is she still not gonna talk to us?
I'm a photographer for the people!
Oh, here we go. It is different now. Cool.
For the people?
If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom.
Ooh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense.
Well, how did you figure that one out? Well, I guess it means I don't have to tiptoe around it anymore now. One of my sources on the download told me about an underground auction.
What? So all the items here
were sold to the highest bidder. Folks were slinging money around and it was going out of style. Had to come and see for myself, of course. Get eyes on the subject, you know. Sure, the tales my contract was telling. Taller than 2 trees. Or so I thought at first. Anyhow, I'm about to write it up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck in, slunk beside this here statue, and settled in to wait. Bidding started late at night, and carried right on through to the break of dawn.
So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence?
Oh, now this is getting juicy.
Dirty dealers in a secret storeroom! Talk about a story!
Was there anything else on sale apart from the items of evidence in this room?
Well, sure. There are regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing.
In what way are shady artworks regular, exactly?
But the evidence was the big draw for sure. I reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out the corp and prosecutor shops.
And I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart?
Well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to try and see what I could do from up here.
It's down below, so it was taking place in the committee office. Oh, they are up to some shady shit!
Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then?
It was an underground affair, like I said. So folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up on the roof there. Threw on masks just as soon as they got down the ladder. And that ain't all. They had voice changer doodads on them, you see. Teeny tiny ones dinking in the books behind. It's so you couldn't see their real faces. And you couldn't hear their real voices. Surreptitious as all heck. You mean
Oh, I'm gonna butcher this word.
Surreptitious, right? Well, I surely do. Sweet seed serendipitude.
Also not a word.
It definitely wasn't a word with the way I pronounced it, jeez.
Anywho, once they had the gear on, they went right on downstairs. And then, in came the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same but in reverse. Up they came again, one by one by one.
So single file, huh? I guess if they had a whole bunch of people leaving and entering, it would cost too much attention, so I get that.
Masks back up a look, up the ladder and away.
So the steel samurai masks were used to hide their identity. Whoa, that's a serious operation. So that's what the masks were for.
And how many participants were there?
11 altogether. I counted them when I came down the ladder.
Participants entered the storeroom one by one, also left one by one, and there were 11 of them. Quick, how many people are on the committee?
I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know.
You didn't? Then where were you?
Well, when I first got here, you know what? That ain't important right now.
So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning.
Anywho, I watched all them folk come in from my spying spot there in the shadows.
I see. So you were watching from behind the statue.
They used that there elevator to get down below. And once they was all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what was going on.
You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath?
No, they setting back up. But there is a little peeky hole if you know where to look. Elevator don't quite sit flush with the floor, you see. And if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang.
Did you catch sight of who was in charge?
Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all.
I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more.
I think I know who the ringleader is. Hello, Boots! Welcome! Thanks so much! Thanks for tuning in!
You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them?
You should know I came here to get me an exclusive. An exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already!
I see. So you don't actually know anything about him?
You think that's why she won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess.
Oh, you got me. I couldn't see if it was a man or a woman, a kid or an old-timer. Nothing.
What were they wearing? Could you see that at least?
Sure. White jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on the lapel. Them three things is what I remember. But what goes a description of the outfit if we don't got a clue who was wearing it?
Oh, I think we got a clue who was wearing it.
So, this ringleader disguised their identity too, just like everybody else? Yes, sir. Mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards.
They were wearing one of the masks? Which one?
Let me see. Oh yeah! This guy! Zervan!
Zervan? What kind of a name is that?
Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Zervan? He's global hero Onya Kopo's arch nemesis! Who hasn't heard of Zervan the Time Lord?
Oh, God. Get your Doctor Who shit out of here.
I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all?
No, I dangle and didn't! Which kinda scotches my scoop. This whole mess has been nothing but a snipe hunt! I should've never come!
Alright, well, we definitely know that our victim was definitely wearing an ensemble like this, wasn't she?
We know of someone who is dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart.
Alright, where is it at? Ringleader's appearance. Coroner's findings. There we go.
You said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct?
Sure did. But don't ask me why they was all dressed up like a peacock on parade day. But there was.
Is this the outfit you saw?
Oh, holy smokes! It sure as heck is! But, wait, so, the big cheese is dead?
All we know is that she is the victim in this case we're investigating.
Her name was Rosie Ringer. Do you know her? Nope. So the ringleader was a lady? Well, I guess just slip you in a dang deal! Throwing me off with a man's jacket like that!
I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically. But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to this case. Namely, that the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim.
So somebody done bumped off the boss, eh? Then that's what was happening.
When what was happening?
Oh, nothing at all. You're just going back to business now.
You're hiding something, ma'am!
No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious, my foot! I told you it's nothing! And you wouldn't get nothing more out of me than that!
Wait, so there is more?
How many damn times do I have to tell you? It ain't nothing, okay? And I ain't saying nothing either way!
I sense a mind chest coming up.
Can't you tell us just a little more? Pretty please? I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played. Tell you more? I done told you too much already. Wait, what if I, examine some fingerprints for you? Pro bono. What kind of a cockamamie is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled. You want intel? You're going to get up yourselves, just like I had to. Okay. I guess she isn't going to talk to either of us.
Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma.
Oh, here we go. It's chest dimension time.
There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her. She may not give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to.
Into the chest dimension with you!
Let's start by observing our opponent.
I ain't telling you nothing, you hear? Now quit wasting my time before I really blow a fuse!
As we've seen, she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead whenever possible. I won't have much time to think, so I will need to be swift and decisive. Miss Hart is definitely hiding something from me. So my first move is to discover what that something is. Mind chess, commence! Alright, let's be reasonable about this. I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart.
I am calm, Daniel! Listen, I will bitch as soon as I could take him a dang chin!
Okay, just give her a second to chill. Give her a second to chill.
That's better. Being a nose hound's all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see?
Speaking of news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed.
So Tabby and Lana do know one another! Tabby and Lana know one another, I bet!
A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase, similar to your own, in fact.
So maybe I should have given Tabby a Scottish accent too. Oh well.
Oh yeah? She spoke like me, huh? I guess that could have been somebody I know.
She was your apprentice!
Her name is Tabby Lloyd, and if I'd closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me something about someone she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she?
Oh, so you're met Tabby, huh? Oh, ain't that something? Why'd you bump into her? She's a great kid. I reckon... Oh, wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Phew, you nearly had me too.
Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. I think we can use that to our advantage.
Why don't you tell me what you know?
I need you to tell me everything you know, and don't you dare leave anything out.
Go jump in a creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me. Nor me with you neither.
Time to deploy my clue.
We know you're apprentice!
I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact.
Yeah? Well, I guess it does seem kind of cold to me to say that if you know her pretty good. Oh, would want the poor kid thinking that, hon? Would want the poor kid thinking I gave her that's behind?
Good. Then you'll tell us what you know?
Fine. You see, it's like this. I got me a scoop. What am I thinking? Dang it, Lotta! You can't end that boozy that easily!
What was that about a scoop?
Forget it. It was nothing.
You got a scoop! And I ain't talking about Rocky Road, neither!
How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is!
Alright. I got me a scoop. A big one. But I can't just go blamming about to you. I got bills to pay.
She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of her somehow. We need to know the details of this scoop. She's quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Now that we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her.
Hello, Will Strive! Welcome! Thanks so much for tuning in. Do you play as Edgeworth? Yes, this is Gay Lawyer Sunday, aka SGG Voice Acts, where I do all the voices for all the characters in the game. So yes, I'm playing Edgeworth, and I'm playing Wada, who's supposed to be Southern, but is now Scottish because my chat is being silly, and yeah, it's great fun, so please tune in. Alright, let's start with the auction.
This scoop of yours, does it have something to do with the auction?
You know what? I clean forget.
But you tried to infiltrate an underground auction. It only stands to reason that you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about?
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, so you did hear something. If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you heard the sound of something? Something during your time in this room?
Well, you see, it wasn't nothing really. Just a little noise is all. Wouldn't even make page 16, forget I mentioned it.
So something happened during the auction. Something that made a noise of some kind. This could be a valuable clue.
Alright.
Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it?
Maybe it did, maybe it didn't.
Which is it? This is important.
Alright. You don't gotta holler at me like that. I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing. Just snuck in and did some undercover reporting.
No, you sneaking in is a problem, I'm afraid.
I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime.
Hey, you did the exact same thing, genius. But I guess you're a prosecutor. You're allowed to do stuff like that. Well, I mean, not anymore, but she don't need to know that yet.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir.
Let's not mention the fact that I handed my badge in, shall we?
Still, it don't amount to a whole hill of beans, does it? There's folks out there that done way worse. Murder, for one. Next to murder, trespassing ain't hardly nothing.
So, your scoop is about a murder?
From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather that your scoop had something to do with a homicide.
No, I was just talking all hypothetical-like. You know about murder being the big one and all. Ain't nothing worse than murder. Murder?
Yeah, it's fun talking like this. I apologize to anybody who's actually from Scotland, but this is a fun voice to put on.
Not the most skillful evasion I've heard in my career.
Look, I done told you, okay? I snuck into the auction. I'll cope to that. But murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. Ain't seen nothing. Ain't heard nothing. Scout's order.
Time to deploy my clue. You did hear something, though!
You told me you heard something during the auction. You claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been. Otherwise, I remember it. I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it was the cry of a murder victim.
How'd you keep doing that? Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene. But only by accident. And that's all you're getting out of me. Would be no scoop left otherwise.
The murder Miss Hart witnessed. It must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Perhaps we should finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim. I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this.
Alright, let's start with... Middle of the scene.
You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true?
Oh, you're calling me a liar now? Oh, now I'm mad. Really mad.
Stay mad. You know, I would like to say that, but I don't want to lose.
I'm a journalist. How am I going to say stories that the folks can't trust and I'm telling the truth? I got me a motto, you know. Faster than anybody, honester than everybody.
That's... Having worked in journalism, that's not really how it works, but okay, go off, Queen.
A motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear that in mind.
Alright, tell me more about the incident.
I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important.
I wish I could help you, but I don't think you recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you. Sorry. I mean, look at me. Can't even get me facts straight half the time.
Oh, really?
I can't imagine that being so vague on the facts is a trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story.
Well, you see...
It seems your so-called information is not credible after all.
Look, there was a murder, and I was there! I can even prove it!
You can prove it?
You can prove it, can you? How?
I've got it, like... Wait, you heard that? I was just talking to myself. I don't think nothing of it.
She's still hiding something. This is a very vital clue. I'll need to use it to maximum effect.
There's still something you're not telling me!
Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me.
Ain't nothing to tell, dang it! Oh, don't spill me guts already!
You're definitely still hiding something! You're being shady, madam!
I know you've been keeping something from me. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the basis of a story you're hoping to sell.
Dang it, old hell! Give me a break, will ya? Oh, come clean, okay? That's what you want, right? Here, oh, don't snap me a photo! You happy now? You better be!
And that's checkmate.
Boom! You love to see it!
I can't believe I let that happen. Betrayed by my own big mouth.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, it happened. So time to tell us everything.
I saw the whole thing. Watched that auction from start to finish.
But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures too.
Yeah, about that. So like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. They was all shouting out bids that somebody'd win something, and bam! Down comes Emma. Head on upstairs and pissed at the old ringleader, and then the whole thing starts all over again. Anywho, soon as that happened, I had to think quick. That's when I ran behind that there statue and hide.
And who was it that eventually appeared?
I didn't say nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the winning bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash.
I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps?
Anywho, the deal was you said your bills appeared. I heard two people yabbering for a little while.
Wait, so two people came up on the elevator?
You betcha! My guess is the other one was our friend the ringleader. Anyway, yabber, on it goes for a while, and then... Ah! A scream! Well, that shook me up pretty good, so I hunkered down in my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight.
So you didn't see the moment of the murder?
No, but I heard it real good.
You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked?
Quit trying to be funny, girlie. It don't suit you none. I'm just a dainty little journalist all on a lonesome. You think I was fixing to jump in and save the day?
Dainty.
Anywho, then there's a bunch of rustling sounds. Right about when that was happening, I got the feeling pretty bad about what I'd done.
That makes sense, I guess. After all, you didn't...
I don't remember how I had to get my camera and snap even a single picture! Scopes like that dropped right in my lap and I missed it! Ugh, somebody ought to tell me hide! Anywho, and a little more time goes by and there's this kind of clattering noise. I'm there thinking, I gotta get this shot this time. And so I grab one real quick from in the shadows there.
Could we see this photograph?
Oh, do I have to? Here.
Oh, there's our red raincoat! There's our raincoat killer!
That's...
the person in the red raincoat! The one who attacked Kay!
So Kay's raincoated assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom. Then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay.
Boom! I'd say that's pretty damning evidence.
There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim?
Weird, huh? I wanted the same thing. Two people, but there only one in the shot I got. And I didn't see nobody else in the room neither. But that's the killer, alright. Leastways, I'm pretty sure it is.
So are we saying that the victim disappeared? How did you know it was the killer just by looking?
Because it literally red-handed with blood? How else would that get there then, huh? And the action just carried on after that? Sure it did. They just went right along like nothing had happened. Rich folks is crazy than a box of frogs. I never understand how they think.
Wait, how did the auction commence without the ringleader?
Funny. I find journalists to struggle to understand as well.
Hey! I used to be one! Alright, so we got her statement down. Alright, it definitely seems like we found the killer. Unfortunately, I think that is all the time we're going to have today. I need to go ahead and start heading out. So we are going to put the investigation on pause for now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call it here for now. I need to go ahead and start getting ready for my rehearsals. So the next stream is going to be Tuesday night, not tomorrow night. We're pushing the Monday night streams to Tuesday for the duration of my rehearsals. But Tuesday, we will be back with more Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, along with more Elden Ring on Thursday, and back to Gay Lawyer Sunday on, well, Sunday. Also, maybe pushing the start of Gay Lawyer Sunday up a little bit so we have a little more time to get through this, because when the performances actually start, it is going to take place during the normal Gay Lawyer Sunday time slot, so GLS may be put on hold until after the play is over if we don't finish it before then. But my plan is to get investigations done and over with before that becomes an issue, and then when we resume the Sunday streams, we'll start something brand new. Could be more Gay Lawyers, could be more death games, could be something entirely different that requires voice acting. So we'll discuss that more when the time comes. For now though, we got a raid request. Let me see if Casey is on right now. Hold on, I'm going back up to scroll and see. Yep, okay, looks like Casey is live. They are playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Alright, that's fine. We can drop in and say hi. Alright, so those of you sticking around for the raid, stand by. I'll be sending you guys their way. But if you're bouncing here, like I'm about to, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for joining me for another edition of Gay Lawyer Sunday. For now, this is Super Geek Girl signing off. Stay super, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you later. Bye!